There you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be talking about how to automate your brokerage and all the tasks and everything that's involved in that. Now, I am not the guy to talk to about this. Michael Fielden, my deep, good friend, he's going to walk us through this entire thing, and he's going to make it very, very simplistic. And by the time you get done with this program, you're going to understand a lot more than I do at this very moment. So, Michael Fielden, the ever genius, how are you, brother?
Good, Greg. Thanks for the intro. I am always excited to be here. And I think it's, in all fairness, I should explain to our audience that Greg has no idea what this show is about other than I give him a title. And so he's got to make this stuff up as he goes along. And it's hard. And I get it. Sometimes I give him a little bit of a teaser, but I like to see the reaction. Greg's here to share the real world. I'm going to give you the technical stuff and I'm going to break that down, but Greg's going to tell you how to put it into application. But Greg,
yes,
the other day we had a conversation. Meta was investing $100 million in anyone that that previously worked at OpenAI and was willing to move over to Meta. And I think you and I agree $100 million is a pretty fair salary, right?
You know what? I wouldn't do anything for less than 250 million. I'll be honest.
250. That's your magic number.
You give me $250 million, and I will do what you want.
Well, Meta has almost met that, and instead of 100 million, they are going to pay $200 million.
That's so ridiculous.
Okay, that's 8 zeros.
That's amazing.
For Romung Pang from Apple. Okay, he wasn't even at OpenAI. And his pay package totals more than 200 million over several years. Okay, so that's not every year, but that's still a boatload. That's football star money.
So let me ask you a question about this really quickly. We're going to get off topic for half a second. When it comes to $200 million over probably a 10-year period, right? Give or take, whatever the term is. What would you do with $200 million? And we're not talking company, we're talking personal income. What would you do with that money?
I guess women and drugs are probably out. So I would try to make the world a better place.
$200 million. If you, and I'm going to go straight geek on this, since this is already geeks, $200 million times 6%. That's $12 million a year that you can live on.
Yeah, so I'm not going to touch the principal.
Never touch the principal. Never.
And I'm going to live on $1 million a month.
Jeez, I mean, you have to slum it. You have to share the helicopter with the neighbor, but okay.
Yeah. I don't even feel like I'd need a helicopter. I feel like I would have a driver and a chef and a maid. And
so many jokes there.
My wife and I would sit out in the backyard and, yo, Cabana Boy.
Okay, Cabana Boy. All right, now we're getting weird.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, in regards to this whole Meta payout thing, walk me through this a little bit, and kind of why is this important for folks?
So it's really not. This is about greed, and greed is not the right word. It's about a trend that's going on right now. AI is the big name out there. Everybody is talking about AI. It is literally going to change the way you and I work, live, and the next generation even more so, where they're already talking about robots. They've got a robot in Japan that will clean your house, clean your toilets, do all of those things. This is a big deal because this is the next chance for people to make a lot of money a lot of money.
You know,
Very
I agree with you on this, and here's the reason why I say that is that recently I've been investing many zeros into a crypto
Mhm.
account. Now, I never thought crypto would be something that I would want to put in. So right now, my return is at 21.36%, and that's in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think what you're going to be talking about today, I think there's something there. And as real estate agents, real estate brokers, mortgage professionals, so on and so forth, there's got to be a better way to make more money. I mean, when's the last time you made over 23% in regards to your investment into something? Show me that property. I
Yeah.
would love to see it, and I want to hear what you're going to talk about today.
All right. So, Greg, today it's going to be kind of a different topic. And I know we're structured for realtors, and I'm going to focus this a little bit to people that are running brokerages, whether you're running an individual office or you're running a boutique brokerage with 2 or 3 people, or maybe you're just a team that is really looking to take your business to the next level. I have found an AI tool, and we don't get any compensation for this. We're not, saying sign up to this referral link. I am sharing this with you because I think this is an amazing way to generate engagement. And when we talk about social media, that's the holy grail, right? The holy grail is how do we get people engaging with us over and over again? Well, I have an answer for you, and it's pretty straightforward, right? There is a new company out that is called Agent Grow.
What's it called?
Agent Grow. And you can get there by going to getagentgrow.com. And guys, this is something that is what I consider revolutionary and is really taking AI and putting it to task. Now, what Agent Grow is designed to do is use LinkedIn to help you build engagement. Now, it does require a little bit different than your traditional agent account. You need to go in and you need to get what's called a Sales Navigator account. So you're $119 a month to get into this account. Sales Navigator does a ton of stuff. And I'm not here to sell you on Sales Navigator, but I am here to tell you, you do get 2 weeks of free trial. And right now, Agent Grow is also free. So you can try everything that I am doing today for no dollars.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
As an active agent, and so are you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of this. What does it? I mean, you're going to break it down. I understand that.
I'm actually going to show you how this works, and let's jump over into that, and I'm going to talk through while this is working, and then we're going to talk about how we do this. Okay, so I have loaded Sales Navigator into LinkedIn, and I have done a search for real estate, and I have found everybody that is doing real estate in the state of Nevada that has posted to LinkedIn within the next 30 days. And then I have started Agent Grow. Now, what Agent Grow does is it goes through, and I think there were like 3,500 people that met this criteria, right? So they've identified that they're working in real estate and they are in Nevada, and they have posted to LinkedIn within the last 30 days. So now what AI is doing is it is going through here and it is reading their posts. And right now the typing that you're seeing is not me. It's commenting on posts for me. So it's going through and it's going to reach out to a little over 3,500 people based on the topics of their posts. It does not double post. So if somebody has put in multiple posts, it will only reply to one. And it does have to skip some. If there's not enough data, for example, there's just a picture or there's just a link, it skips those things. But if there's information in there, it's going to comment on it. For example, this shared update that this person put in about this property, the house sounds like a dream with so many stunning features. What do you think will be the biggest selling point for potential buyers? Question mark. Okay. So it goes pretty quickly, right? It's powering through that, but here's what it's doing. This is building engagement. Every one of these responses is built around, hey, this is great information, a little comment, and then it's even going to go through and it's going to add a question for you because we're all about building engagement. Okay. And when you do this over large numbers, it becomes really, really powerful for you, right? Because you're putting these out there and these people are able to comment back and you can start a conversation. Now, for your typical realtor, this is going to be hard to convert to home sales, right? Because this is not a sell. It's a soft appointment getter, and it's about building conversations, right? And creating that. It will reply to replies from other people if you choose to do so. It will like comments if you choose to add that in there, and it will even form connections to people that you're having conversations with over AI, and they don't know it's AI. I'm sorry?
You got to be shitting me.
So you've seen it go through. I've posted 5 comments while we're doing this.
I know. I my jaw literally is dropping at this moment.
Okay. And the feedback I get from these responses, and I've only been using this for a few days, and I'm not saying this is perfect for everybody, but what it allows me to do is reach out to people that I've never touched before, put something out there, and reach out to people that I've never had contact with before and do it in a way that they find enough there to respond back. And, people talk about a win. Here's 2 things. I'm trying the sales navigator from LinkedIn. I'm trying to get agent now. I've already had one of the agents is going to send me a mug. I have somebody that is going to send me a flyer that we had commented on. So I have a sample, and I have 2 people that want my book. Okay, this is huge. Oh, and I have 1 appointment after this call where I'm going to reach out to somebody that wants the service of my company, Support Geeks. Okay, that's in a couple of days. To be able to generate that kind of traffic is huge for me. I wouldn't get that. Now, if you are a broker, or maybe you're a mortgage broker, or maybe you're somebody in the title business, you could do this in a little bit differently. You could say, go out and post comments on everyone that's a realtor in my geographic area. It's not going to be as many numbers, but it gives you a way to easily reach out to these people, and you don't have to do the work. And that's the promise of AI. Why is it worth $200 million, Greg? Because I can generate leads. I can generate real leads without really doing anything.
So walk me through generating the leads, because I'm honestly sitting here just completely deaf and just not talking, because I'm just fascinated about this. I don't really understand it that much, but how does that work?
So you're starting a conversation, right? And this is no different than anything else we've talked about. This is about building engagement. So somebody has posted something that they find interesting or they believe is going to reach out to their community or is going to try to generate them business. You're going to comment on that business, right? You're going to do something that helps them. You're going to post out there that, hey, here's some information that you've put out there. I like it. And here's a question that is going to help you build further engagement with your audience. Okay. And that's a big deal. And then you get that comment. And Greg, when you get a unsolicited comment on LinkedIn what do you do first?
Honestly, I never go to LinkedIn, but
The average person is going to click on that person's name and they're going to go look at their LinkedIn profile.
okay, that sounds fair.
So if there is more information in your LinkedIn profile about you, they're going to follow that information if they're interested. If they're not, you're going to go out and you're going to explore, and you know that they've viewed your page because you can see those analytics, and you know that they got your response. And more often than not, you're going to get a response to your comment. So now you're building the conversation.
Okay, so for conversation purposes only,
Yep.
When I wake up in the morning, I do three things. One, I check the weather, look at that, see if I need to wear a sweatshirt or not. Two, I go to Instagram and Facebook independently, and I check, who has watched my stuff, like what's going on, so on and so forth. So, is this the LinkedIn version of that? You can go and post
100%. 100%.
Okay. How do you utilize this in the most beneficial way?
Just a little more business to business. So what I would say is when I get up in the morning, I look at my email first. And what I see recently is, hey, you have 40 people that have commented to what you're doing. So what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to open a new tab here.
So we'll go live on this.
We are doing this live, folks. I'm going to share this tab instead. Now, one of the things that you'll notice I'm getting messages, but I also have this notifications link up at the top, and I can click on that. Everything in blue is all of the responses that I have gotten within the last hour.
Oh, that is fascinating.
To these postings that I'm doing. Okay, that's within the last hour, Greg. You see over here on the right, they're showing all of these have 1 hour. Okay, and some of these are ads, but here's one that I did. I posted, join Michael Fielden's live video event. Okay, so less relevant, but it will take me right over to that, and it's going to show us live.
Oh,
okay. But when you click on them, they go white, so you know what you've touched. Now, here's a great example. Okay, I replied to something that Matt Harris put down. His Market Monday. What would you do with 10 million? Okay, we scroll down here. I put in there, that's powerful insight, Matt. Okay, really engaging and drawing, and it comes up with a question. The end question here is, do you think this leads to more interest or in industrial real estate? Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing here.
Yes, you are.
So small. Industrial real estate from unexpected sectors, or is this primarily going to benefit those already in the game? Now, here's what's awesome. Okay, Matt Harris comes in, and this is what I get over and over. Great question. Opportunities might wade in, but more likely, this just improves return for those already in the game. The real impact could be on capital stacking, better after tax yield mergers, after tax yield means easier equity raises and stronger investor appetite. Okay, that's a great comment. And I would just put in there, and again, I can just put that in there, scroll down, hit reply, and away I go.
And so what does that do? Is that, the algorithm kicks in? And
so if I were a broker and that were a real estate agent, and I don't know what Matt does, we can go back here and
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but you can click on Matt Harris, and he's a principal broker at Street Commercial Real Estate. Okay, so he's a real estate broker. Now, if he was a residential real estate agent, or if I was a commercial real estate broker trying to recruit agents, this is an opportunity. I've now formed a conversation. So when I call Matt Harris to say, hey, I want to tell you about my business, he already has at least heard Michael Fielden asks good questions on LinkedIn. This is a great resource.
Is this a new feature on LinkedIn?
This is not a feature on LinkedIn. This is a feature on Get Agent Grow. So you've got to go to another tool to tie in to LinkedIn.
Gotcha. Okay, more fun.
Yeah, but it's, what I love about it is it's autonomous. You don't have to do anything, right? It's going through your LinkedIn in the background. They even have a cloud version where you can do this without your computer, and it will go through just constantly. So if you're searching for a market like the San Francisco Bay Area, I mean, here's a great example, Greg, is you're trying to recruit for EXP. You can open those conversations so that you're not a stranger when you reach out to those people about business.
So, all right, search me.
Search you for what?
Let's have a conversation via this conversation.
So this doesn't work quite like that. So Sales Navigator is designed to do things in bulk. It's not about going to find an individual, right? So when I'm doing Sales Navigator, what I searched for here was the words real estate. Okay. I searched for people that had posted within the last 30 days. And I searched for people in the state of Nevada.
I guess the real question is this. When it comes to prompts and searches, it's advantageous to be hyper local and super, dialed in on exactly what you want. Like it's like a dating profile, and you just go in there and you're like, I want a brunette, blue eyes.
So a couple of things, because I can see where you're going. You can drive down to zip code here without any problem. Okay, Sales Navigator will allow you to go in. However, I own a company called Support Geeks that is designed and oriented to provide remote service nationwide.
By the way, guys and gals, he's helped me more than once with his company, so it is legitimately an awesome service. I just had to give a point out.
Thanks,
there really
Greg.
quickly.
Yep. So when you're looking at a nationwide search, I've got a very broad one. If I had wanted to take this down to zip code or city or area or a couple of zip codes, you could do that. You're going to get fewer people to respond to. Okay, there's going to be fewer people that meet the criteria you are searching for, but you're going to be able to put that out there, and at least you're starting to make connections.
Are you writing that right now or not?
No, it's AI is doing that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah, multitasking. No, and this is what's amazing about it. I'm letting this run just so you guys can see it. It just keeps going. And this is why AI warrants $200 million investments. Because if you have people that can create tools that either make people's lives better or generate leads, right? We know the number one thing real estate people want is leads. They don't want better CRM. They don't want better tools. They don't want ChatGPT. They want leads. Agreed?
I would agree, but you can also go out there and just go, sit down and have a cup of coffee with somebody and get a lead or get a recommendation. But on the mass spectrum, I completely agree with you. I mean, as I watch this, my brain is just melting. This is insanely powerful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And this scales, right? We've been on this call for 20 minutes, 24 minutes, and we're going to get under 40 today, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that over a cup of coffee. You can't get through 100 people in 20 minutes. And this works. I started this last night. So it's been going all night doing just this.
Seriously?
Yeah. And in the last hour, remember, if we go back and we look at notifications, here's one in 4 minutes. One liked your comment 7 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago. right? You can't do this over a cup of coffee. So here's, Dane replied.
You got me on that one.
Okay. Right. Well, wow, this must have been quite the event. Sean Strickland definitely isn't someone to take lightly in the cage. How did the match go for everyone involved? Okay, so he's talking about a fight. Okay, it was a great night of fights. Diego Brando retained his featherweight strap. Connor, so there we go. And I'm just going to like that. And now I have formed a conversation. And at some point, I would bet you the system will come back around and comment on another thing. And I'm going to become someone that he trusts to post comments that help him build engagement. Because nobody wants to be the first person to comment.
I do.
Well, you do. Most people do not want to be first. AI could care less.
Yeah, because it's not alive.
It's not alive.
That is freaking fascinating.
Yeah. And think about it. Put on your broker hat. I've got to recruit. I've got to meet all these people. Put on your EXP hat. I've got to try to generate more business. Form these conversations. Now, if I needed to call Dane Donovan, and I don't even know who Dane Donovan is.
We're going to figure out really quickly.
Okay. Half HUD Entertainment.
Who the heck is that?
He's into marketing, partnerships, and live events in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That sounds like somebody's in the porn business.
Could be. But
so anyways, he's got a page. He's out there crushing it.
Yeah.
Walk me through how to connect with him.
So now the connection is, I'm hoping that he's going to me. He's hoping that I'm going to him, and we're forming a relationship. Right. So, this company provides partnerships for companies and brands, and they do music promotion. Okay, so if I needed some of that, this would be a great resource. Now I have a contact, and he's familiar with who I am. Okay, he's at least seen my name one time, and vice versa. He's like, hey, I need a realtor out here in Vegas, and I saw that you do real estate. Can you put me in touch with somebody? Okay, great way to do it.
Awesome.
Now, again, my business supports small, medium business and real estate. Okay. If you were in a different industry, you would do a different search, right? So if in real estate, if you're a broker, you're going to search the cities or zip codes that you think you can most attract agents in. And you're going to do that in Sales Navigator. And you're going to go through and you are going to do your search that way. Instead of choosing real estate, which I have up here in the top, real estate, and then the state of Nevada, which is very broad, you're going to choose those zip codes, and maybe you get 100 people. Maybe you get 200. But that's 200 people you're touching that you haven't reached out to before.
Is there a cost for this?
Right now, the Sales Navigator has a free 14-day trial, and then it's $119 a month. Get Agent Now is free.
Get Agent Now.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, Get Agent Grow.
Get Agent Grow.
I know it so well. And you know what's interesting? How do you think I found this, Greg?
What? Tell me. Show me.
The guy that's responsible for this product posted an engaging comment on my LinkedIn.
Seriously?
Yeah. And so I went and checked him out. I'm all, what's the Agent Grow? That sounds like real estate. I went and checked it out, and now here I am.
That's pretty interesting. I mean, if you were a new agent and you're listening to our voices or seeing our faces, whatever, how you're going to take this in, what would be the first thing that you would tell somebody to do to just jumpstart the business, grow their business, something?
Greg, I would give them 20 business cards and tell them to go knock on doors.
And how'd that work out for you?
Greg, I threw them away in the first trash can I saw. No, I think the first thing that works for most people is target your sphere, right? Find a sphere of influence and make sure that everybody knows you are a real estate agent. Make sure that they understand that your new job is to help them with real estate.
Not new job, their job. But I would agree with you on that one. You know, becoming relevant is a number one thing. So, like what you just shared is content, and people need content. But they also need a friend. And so, like, you and I have been friends for 20 plus years. Sometimes you hated me, sometimes I hated you. You know what? Life is life, and that's a different part of our existence in our past brokerage. But I'll tell you one thing, and I can guarantee this to anybody who's listening and watching. Get out there, bring a tiny piece of knowledge, give them an olive branch, and then show them how they can make money, how they can achieve their goals. Once you do that, it doesn't matter if it's tech or if it's going to be interpersonal relationships or business relationships around the city or town or county or whatever. Get out there and start talking. Michael just laid out an amazing plan. All you have to do is use the systems that he's talking about right now, and you're going to make a lot of cash. But if you don't do it, you know, that's on you, homie.
But let's be real, Greg. As an agent, I don't know that you're going to get the return you need here, right? This isn't consumer facing enough that it's worth $120 a month for sales pipeline to try to convert LinkedIn leads.
That I'm going to argue with you on that one. Here's the reason why. Is that, and I am going to be very honest, I do not use LinkedIn the way it should be used. I am completely guilty of that. But the ability with this system to do that should blow some people's minds. Guys, if you're just tuning in, go back and watch the earlier part of the video. But it's an opportunity for this. I've done over a million cold calls, about 500,000, 700,000 door knocks, and that's a one-off opportunity. But when you go out there and you create a relationship, and my father, after 70 years doing this job, he keeps telling me, Greg, go out there, get 3 other people and you, and go have lunch. And I'm like, why would I do that, Dad? And he's like, because you're going to create connections. And so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll try that. And I did it. I literally did it. And the connections were insane. Like people were just having a blast hanging out. And this is a version of that online. So take what Michael just told you and build those connections. Get those lunches, coffees, dinners, drinks. If you drink, if you don't, whatever, go get a cup of tea. But just get out there and go face to face with people.
Yeah.
You'll make a sharganton of money just by saying, hey, my name's Michael. Hey,
it's about connecting. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so you know the next exciting thing that I have, Greg?
I can't wait to hear.
We are at 34 minutes, and for the first time, we are going to wrap up in under 40 minutes.
Holy mackerel socks. Okay, tell me your last thing.
My last thing is, I think what Greg and I are saying is both the same thing. Get out there and contact people. If you're a broker, be reaching out to agents. If you're a title rep, be reaching out to people that can help grow your business. If you're in the mortgage business, everybody needs your business. This is the kind of tool that is good for you. Focus on these things, play with them, practice. If you need help with them, reach out to supportgeeks.com, Michael at supportgeeks.com, and we will help you get this rolling. This is an unbelievable way, while it's free, I'm sure it's going to go up in price eventually, to expand your network with very little effort.
You know, I have to tell you something really quickly. I
40 minutes, Greg.
Title company for a long period of time, right? Then the rep stopped reaching out to me. And my good friend not good friend, but a friend from another lifetime, her husband's an agent here in the area, and she's a title rep. And you know what she did? She just came by and hung out with me at open houses, brought me flyer holders, brought me booties for the open house. She was present. And if you guys can do that, just that, bring value to somebody else's life and business, you're going to have more income than you can possibly handle. And you're going to have to hire staff. But when she shows up, I always give her a big hug, and it's like old time talking. We're high school friends, so it's been a long time. But here's the point: Michael's making a good talking point here. Guys, just get out, listen, talk, hang out. Bring value, bring tech advice, do something for the other person, because once you do that, you're going to have a client and a friend for life.
Yep.
And I pay Michael to be my friend. So.
And I pay Greg. Same amount. All right, guys. Thank you for showing up. This was an awesome show. Look for this on regeeks.com later today, and we will see you next week.
All right, guys. We love you to pieces. Thanks for watching. Until then, deuces. Love you. Bye.